No, that includes three and 12. Yes. St. John is on its way. It'll be head coach Rick Seton, Zuby Ejiofor, and Dylan Dunn.
Yeah, how do we do that, by the way? Boys, who?
Sir. I know, I like it too. Where's the trophy?
It's not easy winning on the road against one of the best defensive teams in the country. My message to the guys, when you play a team like Seton Hall, your defense has got to do every day against their defense in order to win. Great crowd for them. Certainly, Shaheen's got to be one of the front runners for Coach of the Year. Did a fabulous job this year. It's still not over. It's just beginning. We have won back-to-back championships with two different teams, and that's not easy to do. There's been one common denominator, and that's the young man to my left. The Big Bells Award tonight was not given to Zuby, although his stats were great. He needed to score. He scored, but it went to Ruben Bray. Because when Zuby was out resting, Ruben did a phenomenal job. Dylan Mitchell and this young man have to be exhausted. The amount of minutes they played I was getting tired watching them. And he had to bring the ball up. He had to chase the point guard. It wasn't easy for him, but he gutted it out. Real proud for St. John's. Very proud for the players. It was a great win. And the Big East tournament's a lot of fun. But the regular season means the most, because that's your body of work for the entire year. Now we want to win the Big East tournament, but it's 3 games in 3 days. And we'll get our rest tomorrow. We'll practice in the afternoon.
Yeah, you're a joke, right?
We'll take a day off, get ready, and enjoy this night. The players are really fired up. They're very, very excited.
Take questions. Zuby, could you just describe kind of what that was like? So when you walk off the court, you had a bunch of St. John's there, fans there chanting your name, to everything that's happened in the last year to do it again. What does it feel like?
I still get chills, each and every time, just stepping on the floor and going out there and performing at a high level, for my teammates, for the fans, and St. John's, they showed out tonight. They showed out tonight, and when the final buzzer, was called and I was able to step off the floor, I was met with some, those ovations that I pretty much had all year. So I appreciate you guys, and like Coach said, back to back. It's not easy. It takes everybody being committed to one main goal and winning, and I think we get a really special thing tonight.
Zuby, what did you think of Ruben tonight?
Oh, he was absolutely perfect, I would say. Had some questionable calls. Coach sat me on the bench, gave me a little bit of rest, like he said. But Ruben stepped up, hit some big time, shots in the post, and he played well as well, defensively, and it's something that we're going to definitely need from him for the rest of the season. But like I said, he stepped up big tonight, as well as other people as well.
Dylan, you were there when the season opened, and they unveiled the banners marking the championship from last season, and a lot of the newer guys were like, boy, would I like to be a part of that. Can you sort of describe how it feels to be a part of it?
Yeah, it feels super good. It feels, it's awesome. It's super fulfilling because, this didn't start in November. This started back in June, with summer workouts with these guys. And it's just super fulfilling to know, the hard work's paying off with this
Zuby, I mean, 3 years ago coming here, you obviously bought into Coach Pitino's system, and that belief kind of has evolved along the way. Can you just kind of describe what the last 3 years has been like, kind of culminating in back-to-back regular season championships?
Just a bunch of ups and downs, as life is. My first year, just kind of like a learning curve for me. Just getting to understand, Coach Pitino and him understanding me, especially that first year. Kind of a down year, with expectations that we didn't meet. But then the following year, just stick to it, sticking and trusting him and him trusting me and giving me a new role, stepping up as a leader, new role for me, for my family, and yeah, just winning a title and a tournament title as well, the past year. And then you come to this year, where else could I possibly go? My thing was, just come to St. John's, again, one more go around with Coach Pitino, get to meet, new teammates, met a lot of people along the journey, and it's been a long time coming, but here we are again, regular season champs. So yeah, it's been a one heck of a journey, one that I wouldn't take back for anything, and we still got more work to be done.
Zuby, the team last season, it was a pretty historic season for St. John's. First NCAA tournament win in 25 years, first regular season title in like 30 running. But you made another piece of history today. I think it's 40 years since St. John's has been regular season champion in consecutive years. What is it like to be making all this history?
It's why I'm here, and I think obviously it's not just me, and you got to give a whole lot of credit to Coach Pitino and the staff of the pieces that they were able to bring to this program and the culture that we're trying to build here. St. John's is nationally known now, and he's gonna be as long as he's in charge, and we're trying to build something special, especially not just now, but even when I leave, down the line, and just a winning culture of great guys that are really committed to playing under Coach Pitino and what he stands for, because he's one of the best, if not the best, of all time. So yeah, it's been like I said, a special journey, and it's all a testament to who's in charge.
Rick, they cut it to 3 there. About 27 seconds, and you got the big guy going the line. How much confidence do you have in him that he's going to do what he did? Make 2 free throws, next possession, find Dylan for a layup?
Yeah, but the one message going into the final minutes of play was, guys, don't play to run out the clock. Attack the basket. So many times you try to, against a team like Seton Hall, you try to just move the ball and use the clock, you get a bad shot. We made a mistake on their fire action of not switching, but this young man played 30-something minutes. Dylan Mitchell played 37 minutes. He played 36-20. They were tired. Mentally and physically, it was a big fight. We didn't turn the ball over much. We took good shots. We looked for each other. So it was a great night for us. Another hostile crowd that we had to battle and win. And it takes good players to do that. And these guys are certainly terrific.
Zuby sat for a while. The last 6:25 is 21. That's hard, right? I mean, for a player to
Well, he's sitting, but he just took it over. He said, "I got to score," and we've said this 100 times this year. No fear of failure, no fear, go. And he epitomized that tonight. He just got the ball. He just went, scored, played with great confidence. The confidence of the 2-guard, putting the ball on the floor, and making those plays. But he's had a great run, great 2 years. Just so beloved by the fans, and this young man's going to develop into a beloved point guard. If he rubs off against Zuby enough, maybe he'll be the captain next year.
Rick, what do you think of the Seton Hall team? You might see them next week.
I think they're tough. You've got to match the defensive. We didn't turn the ball over tonight, and they're a team that turns people over. They're tenacious. They run a good system. Every time you play Seton Hall, you're in for a battle. They played Connecticut twice, obviously. We've got nothing but great respect for them.
In terms of this whole Illinois season, now it's like $2 million for all 44 champions. Talk about what you're going to have forward. What is the impact?
You know, it's we did what we set out to do in the summer. You know, we came in here with a goal to win the regular season, and we did that. So that's a step up, and now we look forward to, you know, just going to MSG and playing for the Big East tournament. You know, some of these guys, most of these guys haven't experienced the tournament, so they're gonna get a feel of what it is. So my job, you know, as a leader is just to get them ready and just go out there and everybody just compete. You know, and you know, we're gonna have a day off, and then we're right back to it. You know, I don't know who we play first, but whoever it is, you know, we're gonna scout. We're gonna get ready. Okay, great. So you know, we're just gonna scout. You know, see areas where you know, we could, you know, improve and just move on from that. But as far as, you know, what I want to leave behind, you know, just a guy that gave 100% effort, you know, each and every time on the court. I don't play for the name on my back. You know, as Coach says all the time, play for the name in the front. You know, play for your brothers, play for your teammates. And I think that I've done a great job, you know, doing that, and it's turned out successful, not only just for me, but for everyone around me as well. So that's the one.
You know, when he was on the bench every time out, he came in the huddle, and after I was done, he spoke to the team about what they have to do defensively. Every time out. Not one, not twice, every single time out. I've never had a player talk like that in timeouts. And to me, I respect that so much because it was all about defense. It was all about locking down certain things, and he's witnessing it on the court. And obviously, everybody knows how hard he works. But you know, when you come in and you got to ice that game, and you got to score, he did it. He did it. So he backs up everything he preaches, which is a phenomenal thing. And I think this young man is turning into one of the premier point guards in the Big East. And I'm proud of him. He's gone from a state I've never been to Madison Square Garden.
Rick, you probably have the Big East Player of the Year sitting next to you. As far as Coach of the Year, have you thought about whether you're going to vote for Shaw? I mean, Kevin and Chris Altman also had good years.
Well, I'm not going to tell you who I voted for, but you could look at Shaw, pick dead last place. You can look at the Villanova turnaround. You could look at Holtman. But I always say you could look at Danny Hurley and vote for him. You know, because he's coached excellent from the first game all the way to the end. But I appreciate all of them. This is a great coaches league. Great coaches league. They're all terrific. I think Ed Cooley is in last place, so near the bottom. And if you have to play them, you're in a war. He's lost so many close games. So he's a terrific coach. They're all great in their own right. But Shaheen's a special coach.
Thanks, guys.
There's some not pressure, some not pretty much all here, you know, just step up to the line, not to do it, confidence, all it is,
that team was number one in the country, and they had really they beat the Nuggets. They had 10 successful.
Questions for Butter, AJ,
Yeah,
Jared?
just for either or both guys, what do you think of the way you guys played today?
I mean, I feel like we fought hard, but ended up just coming up a little short.
AJ, what do you think of the way you guys played?
Short play hard, came up a little short. Sorry I missed out some defense, because offensively just,
The last time you played this team, they beat you pretty good on the board. You beat them today, +6, +12, and second chance points. What does that tell you about this team's effort?
St. John's.
Your effort.
You
beat them on the board in the second chance.
That was the emphasis, they beat us on the board last game, so we for sure emphasized just coming out, being aggressive, and boxing out. But still, certain spots, we gave up opportunities where they just was tougher and just passing the ball quicker than us.
Guys, I know you're just coming off this loss, but what's going to be your mentality going into the Big East tournament this week? Do you feel like you can make a little run there?
Yeah, it's a win.
I'm sorry?
It's a win.
It's a win?
Yeah.
Bud?
Yeah, like AJ said, our mentality is always to win. We feel like we can beat anybody on any given day. This is up to us.
But how are you feeling? How's your quad?
I played today. That's all that matters.
Guys, what do you think is the key for you guys in the Big East tournament? You've been so close to these powerhouse teams. What's the key to closing that last bit gap?
Just staying together. That's really, I say, the main thing. Keeping the main thing, and just sticking to the game plan.
AJ, what do you think is the key?
Just not having mishaps, the little mishaps that we have in the games or in the first half, just playing 40 minutes of basketball.
Just one more for AJ. This was your senior night. What was it like for you? I mean, you played a lot of college basketball. And what did you think of the way the team was received in the big crowd tonight?
It was amazing. I appreciate it. It was a good season here. We got to finish it out in the Garden. But it was amazing. Yes, sir.
Any thoughts as to what it was like for you to walk out there? You know, everybody with to get the ability in the frame.
It was nice seeing the whole crowd turn out, and my brothers beside me, so it was a good feeling.
Yeah. Just one last thing, guys, before you go. This is an annual thing. A little presentation to make. I'll be quick. J.P. Pelsman covered Seton Hall basketball for 20 years. He died in 2022. He's a great guy. Always had a really good relationship with the players. So in his honor, we named an award, the J.P. Pelsman Award. It's an engraved pen that goes to the player every year who does a great job with the media. And this year, the winner of the J.P. Pelsman Award is A.J. Seton. Congratulations. Appreciate you guys always coming in here and talking with us, and this is for you to keep, okay?
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.
So what do you think of the way you guys played?
I thought we played hard, not smart. I thought, you know, it's funny, man. Every time, you know, we play at home, you know, we had a different team. I don't know why. Like, I think on the road, you know, obviously you gotta be more together, but on the road, no one cares about who gets what here. I mean, the game plan was really simple. St. John's was a good team, obviously very well coached. But we knew that they was going to clog the lanes up, and we had a bunch of driving kicks. I thought that could be easier shots that we could make, and we just didn't do that tonight. I thought that was a big difference. But I thought we played hard, but not smart.
Did you like the look shot that you got?
Some of them, I thought we had some really good ones in the first half. Second half, I thought we had about 2 or 3 of them, but we could have had a lot more. Guys was forcing shots, you know, taking tough tools instead of just driving, kicking, coming to jump stops, and and kicking it out. You know, we watched it at halftime, we watched it before the game, we watched it yesterday. I knew they was gonna play that way, and we just didn't, we just didn't cash in. You know, you go from having, 16, 17 assists the last couple of games, and today having 8 and 9 because we just wasn't popping the basketball.
Sean, there's a lot of talk about how important this game was for you to make the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you can make a run in the Big East, and do you have to go deep in that tournament to have a chance at that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't. That's all the experts. With that. But I thought, with this team, it showed that we could play with anyone, right? Just gotta finish games out, or do the little things. But yeah, this team is funny because this team don't like doing things easy. They like doing things the hard way. So now we got to go to New York and earn it and take it. So that's what it is. Obviously disappointing, unbelievable opportunity tonight. But we just didn't do the little things to cash in.
Coach, there were several points tonight where you were right there within one possession, particularly with Zuby off the floor. Was there anything that you noticed as the reason why you just couldn't get over that hump?
I'll be honest with you, just like the first game, obviously, he played really well. He's a big time player at 21, but it's like the first game when he got in foul trouble. The kid, Ray, I don't want to say that's his name. We played. The first game he played very well against us. This game he played very well against us. I thought, they got some easy points. I thought we did a really good job in half-court defense. I thought half-court defense was really good. But they had some runouts and we had some plays, some bonehead plays on defense, just like, what are you doing? No, he's a good basketball player, and good players, have come up with big games. I thought he had a good second half.
What do you think of how Najai handled playing against one of the best front courts in the country?
I thought he was solid. To give Najai Bud a lot of credit. It came down to right before the game that they was gonna play. Bud wasn't supposed to play. You got to give credit to credit when credit's due. He wasn't supposed to play at all. Like doctors, trainers, everything. He didn't do nothing for 2 days. This morning he tried to do the walkthrough and it was kind of. And I was like, big dog, like this. He's like, I'm playing. I'm like, no, you're not. It's a game time decision. And he told me he felt good and he wanted to do it. And that's what. Those are the type of players you want on your team. Both those guys. Both those guys didn't do anything for 2 days and come out here and play the way that they both played. They both gave us a lot of energy and gave us everything they had to try to win this game.
You out-rebounded them by 6. They killed you on the glass the first time. What does that tell you? It's a good sign for this.
Well, it was, that's what we talked about the last 2 days. Keeping Mitchell, keeping Harper, and obviously Zuby off the glass. Obviously I thought we had control of the first game, and the last 8 minutes they just imposed their will and hit the offensive glass. This was a big thing, and to give credit, like they got all the 50-50 balls tonight, every last one of them. Our guys was like trying to run out instead of getting the possession. I think that was the difference. They made a couple of threes off that. Those are little things you got to do to win games.
Sean, is there anything with the 2:30 start on Thursday that's good? It seems like every previous year you didn't play till 9 o'clock.
We play at 2:30?
2:30 on Thursday.
I don't know. Okay. I think the only good thing right now is, for Bud, Najai, and Twain, and got hurt today, these guys get some time to rest, a couple days of rest. 2:30 start, I guess is what it is.
Shaheen, what do you make of the way that St. John's has been transformed under Coach Pitino? It's been 40 years since they've won 2 regular season titles in a row.
He's a Hall of Fame coach for a reason. He's very good at what he does. His coaching staff is good. They don't get a lot of credit like they should. I just lost it up, man. I want obviously I want to give him credit because he's a great coach and very supportive of me. Always been supportive of me, and I'm very supportive of him. But what he done there in a short period of time is very impressive. It's very impressive.
Jerry, last one.
Sean, what would be your message to this team going into the biggest tournament?
I told him in the locker room, we just we don't like making things easy. We like making things difficult and hard, so now we gotta go in and take it. Now we gotta go in there and and take it, and with the way you do it is prepare the right way. I think we'll find out we play tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow night or something like that. Just go prepared and get right and try to get healthy as we can, and just go in there with a different mindset, and just, you know, it's a one-game series. You just gotta, you know, play the first game and get past the first game, and then kind of go from there. Just want to give, you know, the crowd was great tonight. They came out tonight, it was great. I think too many St. John's fans, though, to tell you the truth, but the crowd was great tonight. They try to get behind us, and we try to give them everything we got, but, you know, I just want to say, I feel awful for the seniors, because I always want them to win on senior night. It's a big thing, you know, for me. It's the last game at home. I think all our fans should be encouraged. I mean, this team gave them everything they have, everything. They played, they tails off, they butts off, everybody rips off, and this team just continue to keep battling, and I think that's a great sign for us. So I'm pleased about that. I'm sad about the loss, but, you know, pleased about, you know, the way this team carried itself the whole year, and looking forward to next week.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Thank you.